Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it. 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo! Those howls are getting good. They're getting good.
Just give it a little chicken peck.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Yo.
Okay.
In the middle there.
Much respect.
Yo.
Yeah. I mean, it came from Yo MTV Raps. I don't know if y'all remember that. That's where the actual Yo's started.
No. Hell yeah, though.
You don't remember?
No.
Remember Yo?
Wait, which one?
Yo MTV Raps. It was a show on MTV.
I've never heard of this. When was on
Early 90s.
when did it air?
Early 90s.
Early 90s?
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to watch MTV.
Early to mid. Early.
That's why I never was a Beavis and Butthead guy either, because I wasn't allowed to watch MTV. I mean, I would sneak watch it, like at a friend's house.
Yeah.
But I couldn't watch it, so I can't
We didn't have a lot of
anything.
rules.
Yep.
Didn't have a lot of rules.
Not a lot of rules.
Not
I
a
get
lot
it.
of rules. Yeah.
Makes sense.
My parents at one time they both worked graveyard shift, so it was like we had grandparents staying, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just a cartoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So
Smart.
yeah, no big deal.
Good morning.
Hello, hi, Jake Flynn, Elijah Tate.
Almost didn't make it this morning.
Ooh.
What do you mean?
Like,
Some leftover
not on
puffiness?
purpose. So I set my alarm every morning, usually 5:30.
Okay.
If Jake's not here, I set it for like 5:15. But I set it at 5:30. But I also set one at 5:40, 5:50, and 6 as well.
Yeah,
Right.
The O. alarms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do that.
And
I
it
got
usually
that,
never
yeah.
gets to that point. Maybe it gets to the 5:40 one.
Yeah.
Well, I was sleeping pretty hard today.
Ooh.
And I don't know. Sometimes my alarm isn't as loud as it usually is.
Yeah.
But usually, and I sleep really hard.
Yeah.
But Lacey doesn't. So even if it's like a quiet alarm, she'll still give me the old
Right.
nudge.
Like, get up.
Yeah, it's time. Like,
Yeah.
hey, your alarm's going off. I'm like, oh yeah, it is. Well, her and the kids are out of town.
Ooh.
I didn't hear it.
No.
So
It's really her fault for going to enjoy herself.
Exactly. That's exactly
I'm
right.
with you, man.
Some are saying.
Some people are pointing fingers.
Not me, but
Not me.
if
But
I
y'all,
had to.
it's certainly not my fault. I mean, so I didn't hear it until about 6:10,
Oof.
which was like, oh man. Now, look, I got to go straight to the office from the radio, so I got to let my dog out as well,
Yeah.
and I got to make my coffee.
Got to.
Got to get my peanut butter balls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can't walk him outside, so I just got to let him go.
Yeah.
Well, he sees some coyotes. So
Immediately
it's
just.
Ooh.
takes
So
Immediately
Matt
into
grabbed
the
his
woods.
flamethrower.
I grab my flamethrower.
It really was the flamethrower that sent
Yeah.
you back this morning.
It took a while.
Couldn't use it this morning. I was out of extra gasoline. Couldn't put it in the flamethrower.
Hey, gas is about to come back down, though.
Is it?
That's what they
They
say.
opened the straight.
Oh, no big deal.
Matt needs it too. That diesel's over $5.
Look, I filled up. Oh my
Ooh.
God! Yes, it was $5.45, something like that for diesel.
I mean, you
I was
already
like,
know what's
what?
going to happen.
What are we? California or
I was about to
something?
say, you thought you were back in Cali.
Yeah.
It's going to be low for about 2 weeks, and they're going to be like, no, too low, raise it back up. That's what they're
Yeah.
going to do. It happens
got-
all the
We
time.
got used to it.
But that 2 weeks, man, it's going to be good.
Unleaded in California, like 20 years ago, was almost $5.
Yeah, I remember living there for a
Yeah.
little while. It was awful.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I thought you enjoyed your time in Oakland.
Oh yeah, I do. I love paying the highest gas prices, the highest property tax, the highest sales tax,
All of it.
the highest just prices in general on everything.
Life.
I mean,
You're paying for the weather. No.
What?
Yeah.
Do
at least you
people
got
say
to be on a
that?
good team.
Yeah,
though.
they
Called
do.
the sun tax. Yeah.
They call it pay.
That
Whatever.
just-
It's
yeah.
it really.
That true.
Sorry.
At least you got to be on a good
Triggered me
team,
too.
though.
That's true. Dennis Allen.
You almost won some games.
We almost did.
We love Dennis
Record-setting
Allen.
head coach. He does. I think he has the
Record-setting.
worst losing percentage.
Yeah, true.
For sure.
So what time did you get here?
I like 6:45.
Oh, you're
Wait,
good.
No, I made it. Like it was shocking. And then there was traffic on interstate. Had to get off.
I still don't know because I know where you live. I'm trying to think interstate. If that's
It's the
fast.
best way.
It is.
I mean, unless there's traffic. But on the way there are off ramps if there is traffic. Like I got off at Acadian today,
Oh,
went to Government,
yeah.
just head down.
Bro,
Government.
2 days in a row. Had to do that.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember it yesterday.
2 days in a row.
My problem getting ready is like sometimes I'll just sit there, like the Popeyes worker, like when they're sitting outside me. That's like I'll sit there and like think about my day, and that's like 12 minutes, and I didn't mean for it to be 12. I meant for it to be 2.
Yep.
I'm like, oh crap,
Right.
I got to get going. I swear I do that like every day. I'm like, what am I doing? Lock in.
Just kind of like lay there and think
Lock
about
in.
life for a little bit. But if I do that, like most of the time, I have to immediately get
Yeah, I
up.
couldn't. So if I did that,
Yeah.
I'd fall back asleep on accident.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like most of the time, I have to
did
like
that.
immediately get up. But sometimes I just contemplate life.
Yeah. I got a feeling that Tay hits the ground running. Alarm
makes you
goes
say
off,
that?
feet go on the ground, smile on the face, song in his heart, ready to go.
He wakes up, feet on the ground. Then he looks at his every day, probably 3 minutes before his alarm goes off.
He wakes up before his alarm. I bet.
No, so I
He
never
wakes-
Whistling
wake up.
Dixie.
I never wake up before the alarm, but I'm typically a one alarm and up type of person. I'll hit snooze maybe once, but
I'll hit snooze, but the alarms that I have set after are just like anxiety alarms.
Right.
Like,
so Victoria gives me crap about that. I set one alarm every morning.
gotta set
She has
two,
like
Biden.
10 in her phone. She's like,
At
what if I
least
miss
do
the other
too.
one? I set one.
Really?
Like if you open my
Good for you.
clock app, like I think I have an alarm every 10 minutes throughout the day. That's already made. Like it is. Like this thing is.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of alarms here.
We got one.
We got one. Look at that.
We got a 5
psychotic.
a.m.
That-
alarm that stays
That's
there.
psychotic
That's
behavior.
it, dude.
it is.
I'm
That's serial killer stuff.
No.
Right there.
I'm 5:25, 5:45, and 6:05. 6:05's the dude. You got to get out of bed.
See, saved on my phone.
You have 37 over there.
No,
Like,
I got more than
literally.
37. Saved
He
on
really
my
does,
phone,
guys.
I have 5 a.m., 5:05, 5:10, 5:15, 5:19 for some reason.
19.
I got two 5:20s,
He has two
5:30, 5:40, 5:45. Yeah, I got a 5:52
So,
in there as well.
What is the point of having two 520s? You're like, one of these is bound to
One
go
of these
off.
is gonna get him up.
I don't know what the two 5:20s is all about. Maybe different tones.
Different
At
ring.
the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
But I gotta tell you-
Matt's got an alarm mashup.
Yeah,
little
he
remix.
I got to tell you, sometimes with that first alarm, though, there's not much sleep that hits like that extra 9 minutes. on
Yeah,
that
and I don't
snooze.
care what experts say. Oh, actually, you don't get as much. That's bull.
That 9
That
minutes,
9 minutes is electric.
sometimes it can be,
What gets you over the
This
top?
is chef's kiss.
Hey, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
I do like a snooze. Like I get the one alarm, I'll hit the snooze.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, when I'm by myself in a hotel, I'm having 17 alarms. If I got to get up at like 6, there's going to be a 4 a.m. alarm. Me look at it and be like, ha, 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 ha.
That
2
is
more hours.
that is nice. Like you wake up and you're like, crap, and you look at your phone, you're like, I got like 3 more hours to
I
sleep.
know. That's one of the better feelings
That's a
in
great
life.
feeling.
I did that a couple days ago. I did that before Monday night, before the Tuesday show.
Yeah.
And it's usually those nights where I wake up with the most energy. I woke up like 3:15.
Yeah.
I looked at the clock and I was like, it's time to get up. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on a second. I got 2.5 more hours.
Yeah.
I got
Experts can't tell me that doesn't.
I got 2 hours plus a couple snoozes.
Yeah.
So I made a decision. I'm gonna
Okay.
lock into the Masters this weekend.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna
Well,
do it.
You better
That's-
lock
I've
in
never-
30
Actually,
minutes.
I've never
we need to probably
locked
get it
in
going.
to golf ever in my life, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, they probably have already had the ceremony. Yeah, they've definitely already
think
had
I
the
saw
ceremonial
pictures.
start.
First tee time, right?
7:45, probably.
Get it up. I'm trying to get locked in.
Now I'm trying to think. It might be 7:45 Eastern time.
It's not. It's 7 here.
Okay, because they
Yeah,
usually have
okay.
the ceremonial
Right.
tea time, and it'll be usually it's Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Tom Watson, I think, and I don't know who the fourth would be, but
Tom Watson.
mm-hmm.
Who are we betting on? I'm looking right now.
Bryson DeChambeau.
DeChambeau is plus 1,000 to win.
I'm doing it.
There's an interesting thing I've been reading up on it, watching people talk about it, and just have like a kind of historical background, a little bit of watching golf and the Masters. And there's some people that play the Masters really well. And I watched.
I'm going Sam Burns plus 11,000.
I was in my office
That's great
yesterday
odds.
watching the Pat McAfee show, and they gave a pretty good breakdown about how to kind of hone in on a good group of players that could win it based on
Okay.
historical averages.
Yeah.
And it first started with a couple of different questions. It started with each of the last 4 Masters champions and the last 5 of the last 6 winners won at least one tournament in the 4-month build up to the Masters.
Okay.
So narrow that down
Okay.
to every winner in golf, and I believe they picked PGA and potentially Live on here to pick these.
Okay.
So it narrowed it down to, I think, about 14 winners. You've had about 14 winners on tour.
Okay.
I'm not going to name all of them because probably people haven't heard of most of these people.
But
But
people, me.
so let's just cancel everybody out except for those 14.
Okay.
5 of the last 6 winners have won in the 4-month build-up.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go to the next question, which is the average age of the last 5 winners is 28.8 years old.
Okay.
So around that 29, which is the lowest in a 5-year span by the Masters champions since back in the early 80s. So of the 14 winners in the last 4 months, who is around-ish the age of 29? Because it's starting to become, Augusta's a little bit different than it used to be. It plays longer, so it kind of hones itself to the younger player a little bit, just like a lot of the courses do. So around 29 years old.
Okay.
And you come up with 9 guys.
Okay.
You got Chris Goddard, Scotty Scheffler, Cam Young, Matt Fitzpatrick, Colin Morikawa, Jacob Bridgman, who I don't know much about, Bryson DeChambeau, John Rahm, and this other guy, Nicholas Icaraya, I think. I don't know much about him as well. Okay. So you take those guys and you ask another question.
Okay.
Since the World Golf Rankings was established in 1986, 34 of 40 Masters winners in that span were ranked inside the top 30, including each of the last 16 Masters champions.
Oh, wow.
So of those, how many people are top 30? So you remove 2 of those guys. So now we are at eight people.
Okay.
All right. Or maybe we just removed 1. Okay. And then there's this list of qualifiers in golf. So you qualify for at least 14 of 19 of other historical trends. And they give this list of trends like, the course knowledge, recent winning experience, like what your world ranking is in putting, chipping, accuracy. And so you got to be in the top list of 14 of the 19 categories that they rank golfers in. And so you get that list down, you narrow that down to how many of these golfers left are ranked in at least 14 of the 19 categories.
Right.
And you come up with Scotty Scheffler, Colin Morikawa, Cam Young, Matt Fitzpatrick, Bryson DeChambeau, and John Rahm. One of those guys
Is going to win.
factually is going to win the Masters.
Matt Fitzpatrick's been playing good golf.
There you go. Anyway, I found that pretty fascinating. It's a good way
That
to.
is fascinating.
It was a good way to, because Augusta National is a different course. Obviously, it's got the history behind it, but a certain type of player, there's certain players that just thrive at Augusta National, so they'll play better there than they'll play at different type courses. And that there's other golfers that are really good that just can't seem to figure Augusta National out. So
who of that group are you going with?
Well, it's hard not not to go with Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah, but I want some odds. Like,
I mean, still, like, he's the best golfer in the world. He's still, like, plus 400.
Plus 500.
That. Is he plus 500? Mm-hmm. There you go.
Well, yeah, no, plus
I'm probably not going
bad.
DeChambeau. Probably not going Rahm. I would Cam Young or Fitzpatrick, maybe, if you're looking for some odds. What are they? You got it pulled up?
Fitzpatrick was like plus 2,500, I think.
That's what the golf things are wild.
But that's where I'd go because he won, but then he also, what was the tournament Scotty won? I think Matt finished like second or third. Like he's actually been playing pretty well this year.
He's plus 2,100.
I mean, the safe play historically in the last 2 years, the safe play is just is to bet Scheffler to win every tournament he plays in. And I think if you've done that in the last couple of years, you've certainly made money.
I'm going off the beaten path here.
Okay.
Like I put $5 on Sam Burns because we're going great. But I'm also about to put some on Tommy Fleetwood.
Okay.
Because of his last name? Cool last name?
No, because he's an Everton fan.
So did you not hear anything I said?
I did. I heard everything you said.
I'm going to Bryson DeChambeau.
Tommy's going to win one eventually, okay?
Tommy won a big tournament this last year.
He's going to win a Masters.
Oh, no, he's not.
He's going to win a Masters.
No, I don't think so.
Think about Bryson. Did
He'll
y'all
never
hear
win
what
a
he did with
Masters.
one of his irons?
You don't think so?
He created an iron himself, 3D printed it.
Sure.
And he's going to play with it in the Masters.
Who?
Bryson DeChambeau. I don't know which iron. I didn't dive that deep into it, but one of his irons, he 3D printed it, designed it exactly how he wanted it, and he's playing with it.
Okay, interesting. I think I'm going to still do it.
What?
I'm still going to bet on him.
Yeah.
Bryson?
Yeah.
I like cheering for him.
I got a feeling. I don't know, actually.
He was oof.
I just hear
He was
his name
very
a lot.
unlikable for a while. Very unlikable in the golf world.
I was going to say, I just hear his name a lot.
And then he was one of the few people that actually made the jump from the PGA to live, but his opinion, the opinion of golf fans all over the world, actually got higher of him after he left for whatever reason, just because of, I guess, the social media stuff, and he became a little bit more likable. He was not likable.
Remember, everybody
before he did all
accused him of juicing, and he was driving the ball real far. And everybody's like, that's all Bryson
he
DeChambeau
was
could do. That's
pretty insufferable for a couple of years. But then I guess, a little self-awareness, a little self-reflection, then doing something. That's why I think a lot of the social media stuff and YouTube stuff allows people to see your actual personality, where it might get a little misconstrued.
Unless you're the Carr brothers.
Huh?
Unless you're the
Carr, then it doesn't help at all.
No.
Oh, my God. I saw them talking about something yesterday. I don't even remember what it was.
Who cares?
How did you not? Glad you made it in today after banging your head against the wall.
How'd you not share this video?
Because I don't want to do that to y'all.
Thank you.
God, I forget what it was, but they felt so good about it.
I think that's what part that bothers us the most. It's like how cool they think they are.
I think it's David more than Derek.
Think so?
To me. He's certain.
He spends a lot of time on his hair.
Yeah. Great hair.
Just cut it yourself, bud. You don't have to do anything.
I think Derek does. Anyways, we got Beth Torina joining us in about 15 minutes from now. We've got Jay Johnson joining us at 8:30. We've got Chef Michael Johnson to answer your munchy questions. A lot going on here today. We'll step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, Louisiana high school seniors, we've got something for you here. Attorney Gordon McKernan is back with his 6th annual Gordon's Grads laptop giveaway. This year, they are awarding 15 free laptops to graduating seniors in the class of 2026 who are heading to college, community college, or trade school this fall. It is simple to apply. Submit either a 500-word essay or a 90-second video explaining why you should be selected and what makes you stand out. You also need proof of enrollment for fall 2026. Each student is going to receive, if they do win, a brand new laptop to help kickstart their next chapter. This is all part of the Gordon McKernan Injury Attorney's commitment to supporting students and families across Louisiana. To apply and get more details, visit gordonsgrads.com. That's gordonsgrads.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Get Gordon and get it done.
Yeah, and don't forget, if you've been injured on the job, if you've been injured in a car accident, call Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. They will fight for you. Let them get what you deserve. Go to getgordon.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome back in. OTB. Thursday morning. Taylor, I thought you were getting the Masters on TV.
I'm trying. I'm connecting to the Wi-Fi.
Good luck with that here.
That's a good song.
Great song.
Good news is it doesn't start for 20 minutes, so we're okay.
Do we have a theme for Thursdays yet?
No,
Yeah.
it's just whatever. The only days we have stuff for is Tuesday and Wednesday.
80s and R&B?
Yeah. I don't want to be chained to a theme.
True. I enjoyed the day we did aggressive early 2000s rap music.
Yeah, I did too. That was good.
That was great.
We can
Yeah,
have
but
that.
Thursdays, the thing is, you can go this, you can go that, you can go everything in between.
You can dabble.
You can dabble. That you
God, can you imagine right now just walking the hollowed grounds of Augusta National, eating $2.50 pimento cheese sandwiches, egg salad
$1.50.
sandwiches, $1.50. That's what I said.
You said $2.50.
Why are you trying to? Why are you trying to bring
ball.
inflation into the
You don't know ball.
Masters?
That's on me.
You don't know ball.
I entered the Masters lottery a couple of years ago. Didn't get in.
That's riveting. Right.
Jeez.
I entered the Masters lottery. Okay, I played the lottery before too. Didn't win.
I got some scratch offs the other day. Nothing.
Nothing.
I love a good scratch.
So the pick
Like
six, pick
Christmas.
six lottery, yeah.
Get them in your stocking
Yeah.
or something. Yeah. What's the most you've ever won on a scratch off?
Shoot, I don't even
I don't
know.
think
I don't
anything.
do them often.
I think
Yeah.
like I've had like $100, win.
I mean, that's
There
a good
was-
scratch off there.
There was one night, me and my aunt and my uncle were all hanging out, and we kept sending my uncle back because we get scratch offs and we
Yeah,
win. And I think I won like $50 on one of them, and we
Hell
kept
yeah.
sending him back to
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah. You're
to
giving him-
the
you're gonna give it back to
convenience
him.
store. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would win, and we would be like, "All right, go get more."
Yeah.
And then he,
There, like, the gas station by our house, there's like a group of 10 people that I see all the time.
just get.
And they are buying scratch offs every single day. And I'm like, either you're like defying the odds and you're winning real money on
Right.
scratch
Or
offs,
you're in
which I didn't think is
massive debt.
possible, or you're just trying to hit that one time.
Right.
When you get some extra money, it's going immediately to a
Ugh.
scratch off. Because like I've never seen anybody win more than $100 on one.
No, like that's a big scratch off.
Yeah.
I won 500
Did you really?
as a child.
Have y'all ever gotten pranked by one and fell for it?
Got like for like Christmas or something?
Yeah, we used to get some scratch offs
Yeah.
in the stocking.
Yeah, us too. Yeah.
Or my parents would get them, let us scratch
Dude,
them.
you won 500 as a child. That's
Yep.
basically like winning 5 million now.
Literally.
I mean,
When you're a child, $500.
That's so much
yeah,
money.
I mean, my parents bought them, and I'm sure they kept most of the money. Might have bought me a
on Alvin and
pack
Ruth.
of Reese's or something,
I gotta give my man his money. Y'all owe
like
him.
some chocolate milk maybe. But I was one that scratched it. I had that quarter.
I bet your siblings took it. You're the youngest.
And as a child, it didn't
they
make me
took
want to
your
go
money.
and do it more and more at all.
It's not something you still.
I was like, I don't understand the risk. It's free money.
I don't know why I get on these card breaks all the time still.
Damn, that's like true stuff. Right
It all started with your scratch off, Matt.
That one $500.
I won
scratch
500.
off.
That's right.
That's funny.
Oh. I'm gonna ask your mom and dad when I see them next.
I did win $100 on a as a kid on a cruise playing bingo.
Oh yeah, I love playing bingo.
No, it
on
might have been a
cruise.
5. Yeah, it was. It was
love
like
it.
it was the grand finale. It was a blackout.
Ooh,
Dang.
it's probably
The
more than
whole
that,
board? That's
The whole
Matt's
board,
been-
every single number.
That's wild.
Matt's been betting and scheming his
Yep,
whole life.
Yep, yeah. And seriously, I hesitated telling y'all that story because again, I want y'all to treat me normal
right.
going forward.
Right.
I mean,
You
can't
don't want
have
to be
money.
treated different.
I don't want to be
understand.
treated differently.
I'll try not to, but that's just like
Could be
that's
difficult.
next level.
Every single on the board, every single square. Gone.
All right, we'll step away and
Good segment.
well, I don't even
just
remember.
incredible
I don't even remember how we found our way to scratchers.
because he said he joined the lottery for the Masters.
Guys, big news. Joined the Masters lottery.
Didn't make
win.
He
it.
told us, "Hey guys, yeah, one time I signed up. I didn't win, but I did it."
Great
I signed
story.
up.
Okay, cool, bro. No, we do have Coach Beth Torina coming on. It's the Teal game coming up. Obviously, means a lot to LSU softball, SEC softball. So excited to have Coach Torina back on the show. We'll have that for you when we come back here on OTB live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, if you're looking for a bank that puts you first, then you can check out our friends over at First American Bank and Trust. That website, FABT.com. With locations across Louisiana, First American Bank offers personal and business banking solutions built around you. From checking and savings accounts to loans and financial planning, they combine the convenience of modern banking with the service of a true community bank. More just a number over there with FABT. You are family. So whether you're growing your business or planning for the future, they have got your back. Visit FABT.com.
That's right. First American Bank and Trust. Look, it's when you're deciding on where to park your money, we work hard for it, right? And so when you're deciding to put everything, if you're making a child's new bank account, if you need to grow that business, you need a line of credit, you got to bring in some extra inventory, whatever it is, or maybe you just need to buy another house, go to First American Bank and Trust, shake the hand of the person making the decisions, look them in the eye, make local decisions. First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
So long ago, I don't remember when. That's when they said I lost my only friend.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Going to go to the phone lines now. Going to catch you up with the head softball coach of your LSU Tigers, Coach Beth Torina, fresh off a road series victory against Missouri in the SEC, a midweek game against Central Arkansas, and now getting ready to host number 12 Arizona. Coach, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing great. Miss you guys.
Yeah, glad to have you back on. So we got a lot to catch up, about. And like I said, going off the last series, had a road win against Missouri, took a game off Oklahoma as well. And it seems like things are starting to go in the right direction, Coach.
I think so. We always thought this team would build as they went, and a lot of newcomers, a lot of new faces, so learning the system, and they've proven that to be true. They keep getting better and better every time we go out, and tell them we're still searching for our best game, although they've played some really good ones recently.
Yeah, and Coach, it does seem like, and we've done this for years together, and it felt like you had a core of a lot of the same players for a long time, which is a great thing, and won a lot of games with that core. But when you do kind of bring in some new players, when that core finally moves on and they graduate, what is that process like to try to teach them some of the ways of LSU softball?
Yeah, I think it's been interesting, and you'd appreciate it. There was a day where, I was in the dugout, and I was like, we're doing it for the combo, and that's the gold jersey and the purple pants. Like,
Yeah.
They used to always say that because I hated that combination, and they wanted to wear it, right? So we're doing it for the combo, and I said it, and the whole group looked at me like, this lady's crazy. What's she talking about? I'm like, my gosh, I have to teach them what the combo is. You got to teach them everything. We put up on the board a few weeks ago why we wear gold on Sundays, and learned about Skip Burtman and all his awesome runs. So we've been trying to teach the history all the time here. So feel free to come out and give us a history lesson of your own anytime.
Coach, you've certainly had some ups and downs this season, and tell me about looking forward to the rest of the season. Like, what makes you most excited about your team?
Yeah, I think it's all coming together. And, honestly, we still have played I think, number 8 strength of schedule in the country. We're still sitting in a good spot RPI-wise. So the best is still in front of them, and everything they want to attain is still in front of them. And I think it's really starting to come together. I think a little learning curve for us with just, how do you coach transfers versus freshmen and older kids integrated into your system as well as young kids. So I think, as the coaching staff, we've learned a lot, too, on the right words to say. And, it's been fun getting Kylie Edwards going and some of these transfers as well. Peyton Monticelli's throwing really well for us here on the back stretch. So it's been fun getting some of them going, too, to add to this group.
Coach, stepping out of SEC play this weekend, but the competition doesn't go down, still a top 15 team coming to town. What is that like when you do that, when you kind of step out? Because you get in this mode, and you and I have talked about this before, of, okay, it's SEC time. We know what that means. We got to shut the door, lock it behind us. But then you step out of conference play. Like, is there any challenges to just doing that because it's going to be maybe a different style of softball?
Yeah, some crazy lady wrote the schedule, apparently. Because
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to ask,
Well, I would say most people are, taking their bye weekend off or, trying to build some confidence. But that's not how we do things. We just like to challenge them and keep them going at the highest level. And Arizona's had an incredible season. So it'll be fun for our fans to see a little different brand of softball and, everybody around here to see some great competition. We're excited about the matchup. We've had something similar before, played Washington in a 3-game series, kind of propelled us, I felt like, to a great postseason that year. So, I think it's something that the team's excited about, and hopefully all of Baton Rouge is excited about as well.
Coach, you brought up a fascinating point a second ago about kind of team building, and like in this day and age with the NIL world, you don't have the same team every single year. It's different. You got different transfers. You have young people playing. How has it changed your coaching style and like the speed of development within a team? Because I'm fascinated to hear this on coaches on all different sports in college, because it's so different now than it was 10 years ago, and so different now than it was 5 years ago. So like, how have you had to change your coaching style to kind of match the NIL world?
Yeah, it seems crazy to think I've done this for 15 years here, but I'm still learning a ton of lessons. I feel like I've learned as much this year as I have in any year that I've been here. Just, we hadn't done a huge amount in the transfer portal before. Like, Jake said, we had a bunch of people that we'd grown up in the program and they were old and, they'd lived through COVID and it felt like they'd been around here since, they were born. So, but trying to fill some gaps and do some things, it's been different coaching those players with multiple years of experience. It's like, how do you integrate them into your system, but still make sure they're the best version of themselves? And I think a few growing pains in doing that early, but I think we're really having a lot of understanding of what makes them tick at this point. But it is different coaching somebody that's got 2 years of SEC experience, but trying to get them in your system. So a little bit of a learning curve there for us. But, I've enjoyed seeing the results and the growth of that group.
Catching up with LSU softball coach Beth Torina here on OTB. Coach, you said something there that I was really going to kind of ask you in this next question. A nice setup by you there, Coach, because you mentioned like playing in the SEC and kind of what that is. And you and I have talked about the freshmen that you had to have that conversation with of, hey, I know we've done well, but here's what it's about to be like. What about transfers? Because I think we all would agree the SEC obviously is the best softball conference. And so a transfer that has had success somewhere else and they come into the SEC and maybe it's not immediate success. Like maybe it doesn't happen in the first 2 series and they're trying to figure it and grind through it. And maybe they've never been through that before. What are those conversations like to say, hey, you're a really good softball player. It's a new league. You'll figure it out. To try to keep that confidence up.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. I mean, this league is hard and you get chewed up and spit out quite often. I think some of that you're seeing. Char Lorenz is one of the best players on this team, and I think she's acclimating, and you're seeing so much growth from her all the time. She's a really special player, but she kind of fits into that group of didn't maybe have this type of experience, had a great deal of experience and a ton of success, but you're seeing so much growth out of these guys, and the growth isn't just in swing mechanics or things like that. It's in planning and execution and growing through failure, some of those things. But she's a name to circle on your sheet because she's going to be with us for another 2 years after this one, and she's incredibly special, incredibly special.
All right, Coach. We certainly want to raise awareness for what y'all have got going on this weekend. The 2026 GeauxTeal Ovarian Cancer Awareness Walk. That's going to be coming up on April the 11th. Going to be, of course, at Tiger Park. The start time is 8:30 a.m. And then you've got a chance to go watch two really good softball teams at 5 p.m. with LSU and Arizona. A lot of our listeners have taken part in the GeauxTeal Walk, but for those that have not, kind of tell them all about it and what it's all about and where they can find more information.
Well, you can check everything out on the website, GeauxTeal.com, the only way to spell go, right?
That's right.
And then you can come out and get registered. If you're not registered already, you can do it there at the website, or you can just walk up that morning at 8:30, and then the opening ceremony will start at 9:30. And we'll start walking right after to support an incredible cause, something that's close to my heart. My mom's a survivor. And just honoring women that have battled this disease, and even for all the guys out there, like learning the symptoms of this thing and understanding what it's about, just to protect your moms and wives and sisters and friends, I think is incredibly important to get women to be their own advocate. There is no test for ovarian cancer. So it's really important that we educate women, and that's what we're doing on Saturday morning, and then rolling it right into the game at 5 p.m. The whole SEC will be decked out in teal, and you can get the SEC softball coaches to come together on anything. You've done something big. So if we can agree, it's a big deal. So
That's
the whole
fair.
SEC will be decked out in teal for all for Alex. Alex Wilcox was a softball player at Mississippi State that passed away to ovarian cancer. So we'll be honoring her, the whole SEC in teal on Saturday.
Yeah, that is awesome. Coach, how many years? Is this, year 13 or somewhere around there, right?
15,
Oh, my
bud.
gosh, 15. That is awesome. 15 years. It is it's an awesome event. Again, Tiger Park, 8:30 a.m. is when you can walk up and register, or you can go to GeauxTeal.com to get that done. Coach, we always appreciate the time. Same time next Thursday?
I love it. I'm really shocked. You, being the history buff you are, didn't reach out when we hit for the cycle last weekend.
First time ever, right?
First time in school history hit for the cycle. I'm shocked you didn't have something to say about that. I
That's
feel like
pretty
that would have been your jam.
I know, you're right. You're right. But I was off on vacation. So now I've got
Yeah, in
good
his
for you.
defense, he was out.
I was
He
out on
Monday.
vacation.
So you can put that on my shoulders, Coach.
Good for you. All right. I
Hey,
will.
was there any chance though that she was stopping at second once that ball found its the gap there in right center field?
I didn't know that where the cycle was going, of course, right? But Zach was standing next to me, and he is screaming, "Run the third! Run the third!" And I looked at him, he's like, "The cycle!" And I was like, "Oh my God, run the third!"
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it was awesome, Coach. We appreciate it. We look forward to next week, and best of luck this weekend, obviously with the walk and with the game against Arizona.
Thank you guys for everything. Appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you, Beth Torina, head softball coach there for your LSU Tigers. I'm glad the coaches are no, dude, we're getting the cycle.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it might be a close play at third. We're going to try. We've never had one in our program history. We're going to try.
I like that. She noticed that assistant coach cheer was a little different. She's like, "What are you doing?" It's for the cycle. Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Oh.
Yes.
I can see that playing out. That's awesome.
Yeah, and again, it is a softball team and we know the SEC. We talk about it often. And I know they had an early season tournament that didn't go their way, and we talked about it when it happened. Then you play the number one team in the country on the road, and you get swept there. It's like, oh, man, what's this going to be like? And the A&M series was up and down. You had a chance to win that one. You don't. But then you come back, and you beat South Carolina in a series on the road at the ranked softball team. You come back, and you take a game off Oklahoma. I know you're not moral victories. You want to win the series. You lost the first game in 8 innings. You win the second game. And so you were playing with one of the better teams in the country. Then you go on the road and you beat Missouri. You beat Central Arkansas in the midweek game. So is it perfect? No. Is it getting better? Absolutely. Is it heading in the right direction? Yes. This is a big weekend for LSU softball. Again, number 12 team in the country, Arizona, coming to your place. And then you go on the road against Louisiana Lafayette, right? We know that's a good softball team. And then you start back SEC play against Ole Miss. So things pointing, at least right now, in the right direction for the Tigers. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench. 2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
I'm a little bit rusty and I think my head is caving in.
because this was definitely one where I had to jump over the bed to hit record and play at the same time so I could get some version of this on the cassette tape when it played on 94.5, The Big Dog. You know what I'm saying?
Big Dog.
This is a hit.
You had to record over something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I had a cassette tape.
A cassette.
And just recorded everything over it, time and time again. Yeah, for sure. Never got the beginning of the song. At least 7-8 seconds in.
Yep. It started right here.
This is another band, and y'all know what I'm about to say because I say it all the time. Like, and I know they went their separate ways. Rob had his own stuff. Rob Thomas, of course, we're close. It's like
Rob.
Matchbox 20 was in everybody's car. Everybody's like song after song, banger after banger. Where'd they go?
Wait, they're on tour right now.
Are they? Is Rob
They're doing like one of those
tour?
casino, yeah. They're doing
Okay,
like
there we
casino
are.
tours.
You can always count on Biloxi.
I think it is Rob.
always.
with
They're
them.
going to be a Beau Rivage.
They
dude.
have
I'm
a
sure,
new,
Yeah.
They have a new
Oh, yeah.
album.
I'm sure Lacey and the kids saw about 38 billboards on their
Yeah.
way to Biloxi.
Matchbox 20.
Bro,
driving
I
to
would
I
Florida.
love
go.
it. I love it. I'm always like, oh, I'd love to go to that show. I've never been.
I would go to Biloxi to go see Matchbox
I would.
20.
I'd do that.
But no, they're doing a very minimal July in St. Paul, Minnesota, in Oklahoma, Illinois, and Maryland.
All right. Like, give me, and I'm putting you on the spot, so I
Lord.
apologize. The 3 bands that when I say that comes to mind for y'all.
Like casino
Like,
stuff?
what? No, like bands that were in everybody's car, and then all of a sudden, just one day, it's like,
The Fray.
okay, the Fray's
The
a great
Fray
one.
is a good one.
Goo Goo
Was
Dolls.
the Fray on everybody's radio?
Yes.
Oh, dude, The Fray was
Yes.
popping
The
off.
Fray
like,
was
what?
everywhere.
It was
Six-
every
six?
CW show that you ever watched, and you watched a lot of them, sir. The Fray was popping off.
I think I was a one CW show kind of guy.
Hush. I mean, Goo Goo Dolls is that. Matchbox 20's in that. And Creed for a long time was in that.
Yeah, I mean,
For a
Nickelback.
while.
they just popped back up on the on this rodeo situation.
No, they popped back up like last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that show in New Orleans,
Yeah,
right?
they were at the Smoothie King.
The Wallflowers, great one, Adam. Love the Wallflowers.
They
Hey,
were
did you
just
know
at
Jacob
the
Dylan's
House
Bob
of
Dylan's
Blues.
son?
A few months
He's
ago.
got Collective Soul. It's another one.
Like Soul, that's a good one. Are they Runaway Train?
No, that's Soul Asylum.
Soul Asylum. The Souls, they get me. Gets me every time.
Train.
Yeah, I was just thinking. He said
Train.
that Train's one of them.
What happens to y'all? Do y'all just like say, Bud, we just make money off what we already did?
We
Maybe
know,
they do.
We know we're gonna make money. See ya.
They get those mailbox checks. Those are nice.
Oh, Vertical Horizon, I feel
Vertical
like is
Horizon's
another one.
I feel like every band that
Dave
you
Matthews
listed,
Band.
well,
Shout out to
besides
Adam.
them, I feel like all the other bands that you listed were definitely people that got taken advantage of and probably saw a small percentage of their money.
So true. They had some slimy manager
Yeah, they
that,
did.
hey, sign this contract. I get
feel like-
88%, you get 12 amongst 5 of you.
I feel like that those are the bands. That's a
Fair.
good like heart of all the bands that started like the musical revolution of trying to like get more for the artist.
Yeah.
So that's probably that's probably where they went.
Yeah.
Just think
I just always think about that. What happened to y'all? Y'all had like 7 hits, and all of a sudden, poof, David Copperfield, gone.
Then it's like I always think about like the great bands. Like, how do y'all like? How can you not write good music anymore?
I mean, you can only write so much about so many things. Then it all just kind of becomes the same, I feel like.
Because you can say that about anybody write any
Yeah.
music, right?
No,
Right.
for sure.
I guess that's what
Sometimes,
separates
like-
you from good to great.
But
and
even the
great to
great
I don't know
ones.
anybody
elite.
that like
Even the-
every single one of their albums was good.
Yeah, but even the great ones that like when they were younger had 3 or 4 amazing albums.
Yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
they're still doing it in their 50s and they just still can't like I don't know, is it
Kings of Leon. Where'd they go?
like
They just played somewhere too.
I think they're like releasing an
They're
album.
going to be at Jazz
soon.
Fest.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna listen to it.
it's
Right.
probably not gonna be great.
They're going to be at Jazz Fest.
Hmm.
I think they just released an album too.
Yeah.
Like in the last year.
Yeah. See, we think they might have.
Like,
we used to know.
Where does the talent go? Where does the skill go?
I don't know.
People get a little money and
Ooh, get a little comfortable.
All right.
All right, hour 2 OTB coming back your way.
Off the bench.
All All right, multiple ways, obviously, to get in contact with Ochsner. We've been telling you over the last couple of weeks about the My Ochsner app and what that can do for you, right? And so many different things that you can get done on the app. But also, like, if you just want to find the right care for you, it's ochsner.org/find care. You get a few simple questions, you answer those. It's going to direct you to the right care. For checkups and ongoing care, that's primary care. For things like sprains, fevers, or minor injuries, urgent care has you covered. Walk-ins and extended hours with the urgent care. And for anything severe, obviously life-threatening, you head straight to the ER or call 911. And again, you can connect on the My Ochsner app. That's a great asset, great tool for you. Go to ochsner.org/find care to find the right care. Ochsner Health. The website is ochsner.org. In general, Ochsner Health here to get you the right care, the right time, the right place.